Right, anyway, back to this. I'm going to create a new... how much space have I got on my SSD? I'll keep it on my storage drive, and I'll just call this Game Projects. Okay, and in here I'll call this Text Adventure JS for JavaScript. Then in here I'll create all the necessary files. So I'll go ahead and I will create a... I suppose what I should probably do actually is open up Sublime Text version 2. I've yet to upgrade to the beta. That's weird. This guy I'm trying to get to view the stream lives in Germany, and apparently he can't view it. It may be my channel's blocked in Germany because of copyright issues, but I thought I'd deleted all the copyright issues because I had to when I signed up to Maker. Oh, right. Strange. Yeah, I can show you some Blender models. Yes, I did get this game dev resources pack from the Jeb talk, and this is basically what's inspired me to make this text adventure game. I saw that he made a text game, and I was like, you know what, that seems like a really cool game to make, because you don't really see many of them now. At least the old style text adventure games. We've got stuff like Sorcery now, which used to be like a book type sort of game, which is now made into an actual digital proper game for iOS, I believe. So yeah, I've watched that. Jeb give their talk, and that was amazing. So really cool resources from there. That's what I've got up in the background. Actually, here you'll see I've got the actual text game package, or project I should say, open, just for reference should I need to, even though this, as it says here, is created for true beginners, so it's a very bad way of programming. But obviously for beginners it makes sense. For some reason it just doesn't want to run. I don't know why. It's got this exclamation mark. I've had to configure the project to use Java, which I did, and that fixed that error, but it just doesn't want to do anything else for some reason. And why has this opened up a Visual Basic file? I don't know why. I'm going to go to a new file, and then I'm going to go Save As. I'm going to come into here and cheat and use this to copy into there. So I don't have to do that. And then just go to index.html. Okay. Sorry if you hear in the scrap noises. It's just the person talking to me. Recently started on God, I've forgotten the name of the group now. That's pretty bad. But for those who know the Yogscast YouTube channel, obviously they had a series called Yogs Quest, which was like their RPG type thing they did. And there was a group of Yognauts or fans who were making an RPG game in Unity based on that. And then they were looking for programmers, so he sent them an email saying, you know, I can do this, I can program Unity, C#, Java, etc. I would love to do this, big fan of the Yogscast, etc. And they've taken me on, so I'm now helping them to program with that. So that's a pretty cool Unity project I'm working on, and that's the guy I'm talking to right now, sort of the lead person, one of the leaders behind it. That's weird. Right, I don't know why he's blocked in Germany, but there's no other reason, there's no other way around it, because I don't think I can stream to two things at once in OBS. Oh well. Anyway, you will code with me, yes. So the first thing I just need to do is actually get a basic project set up here. So I'm just going to go ahead here, and also then going to go with Yes. I need a separate CSS file. And then I'll go to here and go save as, and then go to game.js. There we go. So we've got our 3 files set up now, and they should all appear in here, which they do, which is pretty cool. Set this to HTML. That's cool. Right. Can you talk about projects you're working on? Yeah. That's, like I said, that JavaScript thing is the main thing I'm working on. Obviously, this game I'm doing right now. I'm also working on with Sean, which you might have seen in the vlog, which we have our own gaming channel, sort of shared, the Negril, youtube.com/Negril. And we're kind of working on our own multiplayer survival game, which I think you've actually seen the video too anyway. So that's the thing we're working on. Other than that, I did have a load of little Java type games I did start and never really got around to finishing, because I sort of started off doing them and then I sort of moved on to better things. One thing I have done is created a Nyan Cat game, just simple in Java, just to test out what I was doing using the Slick 2D framework, which I'm not going to use anymore because it's depreciated. In other words, the people who made it have stopped updating it now, so there's no point in me using it because the documentation would be out of date and everything would be the actual framework itself is out of date. So so yeah, I think those are the main projects I've got working on. I'm working on, sorry. It said taking too long on code, apparently. I don't know what that meant. So the process I'm going to do for this, basically, at the moment, is just going to get a basic HTML file set up with the JavaScript canvas in there, ready to start drawing stuff on the web page and text, etc. like that, readying for user input. And then I'm going to work on the story of the game, so what do I want the story to be, and the choices I want to be in there, how long the game's going to go on for. I'm going to try and make the game as fun as possible. What I'm actually going to have like in the game, in terms of like sort of money systems, I'm going to have like a mana system, am I going to have like magic or stuff like that. And then obviously I'm going to start building that game. Yeah, so I'm going to actually go ahead and get started with this now. And as far as I can tell, obviously we'll need a head class, and we'll also need a body class. Oh, damn it. Well, in fact, what I'm actually going to do is see if I can find that little Christmas game I was working on. And Java projects, JS test. Test JavaScript game, which doesn't work apparently. But this game, I don't know why that's not working. But let's load up this assets. Okay, that's that game. So if I can put that into there. Oh wait, no, that's game. What? Oh right, okay, that's telling me because I've got 2 files the same name. So if I import my previous game, just so I can just double check that what I'm doing here is actually... In fact, what I'm actually just going to do is just go ahead and cheat and just copy and paste that into there. This here is just standard HTML web page stuff. Every HTML file you create, or at least web page, has to have this code. It's just the way HTML sort of works. I mean, you don't necessarily have to have this lang equals that and stuff. As long as you have the HTML tags and things, it'll work. But it's just good practice to have those in there. So this title is going to be Text Adventure. The style sheet, that's already fine. Again, JavaScript, that's fine. Game title, which is going to be a text adventure. It's just, I just love coding stuff on the web, hence why I'm doing this game. Originally it was going to be a desktop Java game, then decided why not make it a JavaScript web game, so everyone can play it with no hassle, which would be pretty cool. And yeah, so that's the basic web page set up now, so I can go ahead and close that one. And the style.css I will also grab from here, and I'll just cheat and enter that. The only reason why I'm copy and pasting that is because it's been a while since I coded that, so just to refresh my memory I'll just do that so I know exactly what I'm doing, and just so then if it's got the same stuff, I might as well just copy and paste it rather than spending that time pasting it out. And I can just modify this from here. Font size, I'm going to take that down to about 24, I reckon. No, I don't want to purchase a license. I'm going to go ahead and open up that index file, which is pretty cool. I will put this over here so I can still see the comments on the stream. Text adventure. Actually, that's going to be a little bit too small, I reckon. So I'll make that 28. Padding. In fact, let's just do margin's just top. There we go. That's cool. That looks better. So here's our basic canvas now. It's just a black square, which is lovely. For a text adventure game, though, I think that might be a bit too big. Possibly. No, in fact, what it is, it needs to be I've got some of the stuff open here. Here we go. So game canvas. Why don't we make it 480? Make it widescreen. Let's make it 480p. That looks cool. Let's just go with that for now. And again, this will need to be changed to 854 by 480, which is 480p. Which is pretty cool. The game title, let's just change that to 54. That should be in the center now. That's cool. Okay, so there's our basic canvas done. Before we draw anything on the screen, though, we need to come up with a little story. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to use Sublime Text for this. Why not? So if I go to new file, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Save this as story.txt. So text adventure story. I'll just do this by Thomas Carter, 2014. Cool, right, so this is going to be the little story for a game. And in fact, I'll tell you what, actually, I just had this really cool thought. Why not use the viewers of the live stream to help create the story? So, obviously, we'll be presented with, obviously, a main menu screen. Again, this game doesn't have a name at the moment. It might just be called something like This Wonderful Text Adventure or a Text Venture or something. But the title is not that important at the moment. We can have the title once we've developed the story. So let's just think of what sort of story we could possibly have. So we could be, I'm thinking maybe an RPG style. So it's going to be an RPG style game. which means we could have stuff like maybe like we'll definitely have gold, mana, I think, as well. Which obviously means we're going to need to have magic as well. What else could we have? Obviously, there's going to be combat involved. Party, maybe, as in party like members. Possibly. What else could we have? We could have this webcam's getting a. I'm just going to quickly sort out this webcam, guys. Bear with me. Cool. Whoops. So we could possibly have maybe extra party members. So obviously there's going to be like a world to explore. There's going to be like world sort of exploration. There's also going to be what else could we have? Any ideas? It doesn't just have to be RPG. Yeah, it could be any sort of anything in a text adventure, really. Maybe we could have at the beginning. There's also going to be a leveling system. I can spell that. There we go. So you'll be able to upgrade spells, the damage and stuff you do. Obviously, we're going to need stats then. Markets, yeah. So we could have markets, which is pretty cool. We could also have so with markets, that means we could have like stuff like trading / like selling. We could also have what else could we have? We could have this. The one thing I don't like about the Outlook.com app is the fact that it will just keep giving me the same. It will just keep telling me you have unread messages, like billions of times, and it's just like, go away. I know you've already told me. And then you read those messages, and then and when you get new messages, it gets very annoying. I probably need to adjust the sync time of the emails. So trading's just selling, and we could also have stuff like home. What else? I don't know actually. Well, obviously we're going to have boss battles. There's going to be a boss battle in there. We'll keep it at that for now, I think, before we get too far ahead. So the actual story here. Text adventure plan, let's call this. And there's going to be the actual story here, and I'll do this in lowercase. I did all the other stuff in capitals just to separate them a bit. And I don't know, it's just, I guess it's just a natural programmer thing when doing this sort of stuff to do it in capitals. I don't know, it's just natural for me anyway. So the actual story itself, we'd obviously character customization, that is something I also thought, yeah. So character which is pretty cool. So the story, we could maybe maybe we could Nemesis, yeah. That's cool. So that could be part of the combat and boss system. So for the story, I'm thinking maybe we could wake up, not necessarily in a jail cell, but we could have been captured, and then we wake up and we have to try and escape, and then when we escape, we then come across a town full of people, and that's where we start getting our initial gear, so stuff like armor or swords, etc. And to do that, we could maybe, you could I think maybe escape, and then you find some loose gold, and that's how you then get the money to be able to afford some gear. But obviously you're only going to get a limited amount of gold, but there's going to be various things you can buy. So the idea is you choose what you can buy from a list of things, and then those choices are obviously going to affect you later on the game, depending on what gear you've chosen is how well you're going to be able to proceed, let's say, or level up in the game. So we could have been captured. So we've so the player has been captured and wakes up. Wakes up in a dungeon cell, let's say. So the player's been captured or wakes up in a dungeon cell. Will it be a modern timed game? I hope, well, yeah, the idea of this is to have like it's a text adventure game that's designed to be like an old school style text adventure games, but with modern aspects in it. Hence the whole RPG type thing. So it's kind of like a text adventure with a twist, I guess. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah. That'll be a cool idea to do. I mean, once we get the story done, we can then sort of proceed from there, and as we're creating the game, we can then sort of then better decide how we're going to go, how we're going to do things. So the player's been captured and wakes up in a dungeon cell. So in order to escape, we have to maybe maybe there could be like a sharp some sort of sharp object on the ground, and then the player chooses, when the player chooses to look around, they see this sharp object on the ground and they can use it to because how we could be tied up with this could be like I want this to be like a medieval style game, like an olden time sort of style game. So maybe we could be tied up. We could be tied up. No, but how? If we're tied up though, how are we going to be able to get the? Yeah, that's a flaw. If we're tied up, we're not going to be able to reach the sharp object in order to actually cut the rope. So it's got to be something else. Maybe trying to bribe a guard, perhaps. How do we do that though? How do we bribe a guard? That would be... Huh. This is gonna require quite a bit of thinking actually. Again, it's getting a lot darker here, and the webcam seems to just be failing to. There we go. Maybe he finds a fork or a spoon. Yeah, we could do. But I'm just trying to think, if we're tied up, think of it. If our hands are tied up like in the air like this, if we're tied up onto there, both our feet are tied up, then how would we reach for the object and grab it unless we're dangling by our hands and we use our feet to maybe kick it towards us and flick it up, maybe? Because that was what I was going to originally do, is have like some object on the ground he can use to cut himself free. But obviously if his hands are tied up, then how would he do that? Like, he's got to have some sort of way of being able to get his hands free, or at least be able to move them to cut the rope he's tied up on. Or maybe we could be held up by like these metal chains with those metal old clamps they had around people's wrists. So we could be tied up like that with the metal clamps, like the metal chain, and we could notice that the actual, I guess, the nail or the little spike that's used to attach it to the wall, it could be loose, and we notice it's loose, so we wiggle about, and that's what causes us to pull it out, and we drop to the ground. Yeah, actually, that could be a point if he's not alone. So maybe the other person in the dungeon cell has the loose chain, and you say to them, "Hey, I noticed your chain's loose," and then they then get down and they can see a some sort of sharp object on the ground, just they use to Now, we could both be tied up by rope, and what the rope's attached to is loose in the wall. So when the player looks around, he sees a sharp object on the ground, and then looks around also and sees that the metal pins holding the rope to the wall is loose. It tells the other dungeon the prisoner, and they then wiggle themselves free and drop to the ground, in which they then get this sharp object, cut you free, and then you then cut them free, and then you're sort of allied together, and then you sort of escape together. And then when you get out manage to escape the actual dungeon itself and get onto a path leading into sort of a forest or a town area, you can then decide whether you want this person to come along with you or to go your own separate ways, and then that's then what affects the story later on as well. Is in combat, that other person could have helped you, but if you left them behind, you may be able to do other things or got on better gear. So yeah, we'll have that along with another prisoner. the player needs to escape to progress the story. That doesn't really make sense, but whatever. It could be like a Far Cry thing. He escaped and plans to save the others and get revenge. Yeah. Definitely. So this is where our first choice comes in. What we can do is, this is where we have our first choice. This is going to be, we then have, I put a choice here, in which we have, one could be look around, and secondly could be to call the guard and sort of say stuff to the guard. That's a Q, not a G. Call the guard. God, I can't even type today. That's not going to go well. And 3 could be go 3 could be like, we can be like a comedy type text adventure as well. So thinking maybe 3 could be go back to sleep, and then you could go back to sleep and be like, you go back to sleep with no hope of escaping, game over, sort of thing. So go back to sleep. Right. So then if you choose number 1, if you look around, then you are going to notice a sharp object on the ground. A knife, it could be. Notice a sharp knife on the ground. You notice a sharp knife on the ground. Notice a sharp knife on the ground. Then looking around, more results in the player noticing that this is going to be too long of a thing. Notice a sharp knife on the ground, and notice a sharp knife on the ground, and the other prisoners rope pin is loose. That could then lead on to another thing, in which yeah, that would be quite cool, actually, having random events. That might be something I could program in as well. So I'll add that to here and go randomness. So we can look around. You notice shoved up on the ground, and the other's prisoner's rope pin is loose. And then you get another choice in which leads to choice 2. Leads to second choice. If I can make this a bit longer, that's a bit better. Whoa. There we go. If you call the guard, say call guard, the guard can ignore you. The guard refuses to help you. and tells you to be quiet. And if you go back to sleep, and if you sleep, that could be game over. Choice 2 would then be 1, you can simply just disregard the knife and loose rope pin, which then go back to choice 1. Go back to choice 1. Choice 2. And then the second, one second. That's fine, that's fine. Right. And then the second, number 2, could be you tell the prisoner his rope is loose. And then the prisoner wiggles pin out of wall and falls to ground. And the third option can be, so I want each choice to have 3 options, or at least a minimum of 3 options. So tell the prisoner his rope is loose. So choice 1, disregard the knife and loose rope pin, in which you go back to choice 1. You tell the prisoner his rope is loose and the prisoner wiggles that pin and falls to the ground, which can go to choice 3. And this one can be, the third choice can be use your legs. Use legs to attempt to grab the knife. Attempt to use legs to grab knife. That could fails. It fails and go back to choice 2. That's cool. So I'll have choice 3, and then we can start actually making the first bit, which is pretty cool. And as we go, we can just keep adding to this. This will also be included. Actually, no, it won't be included with the final game, because that means people can look at it and cheat, so. Choice 3. So, you tell the prisoner about the knife. tell the prisoner about the knife and that sort of you want to work together. Tell the prisoner about the knife and that in order to escape you must work together. You need to work together. Together, there we go. Number 2 could be disregard knife, and you could disregard the knife again and disregard knife and wait for the prisoner to come up with a plan. So that could be that. Number 3 could be so you can tell the prisoner about the knife, then you escape, you disregard the knife, then you wait. Another option could just be attempt to loosen player rope pin. No luck. That fails. Go back to choice. 3. I also want to have like this with each section there's going to be, I hope to have a bit that has the choices on the right and then a little image on the left. Of just like a little pixely type art of what's just happening to make it a bit more interesting. I mean, it might be cool to have like a 3D type game in which you do that, but I don't know how to do 3D JavaScript stuff. I think I'll keep it simple for now and keep it like an old school style text game like I want to originally. So let's start with what we've got here. The first thing we also need to have is something on the screen. So if we go back to our Sublime text here, which I'm going to have open up on this screen over here. We're going for 52 minutes now. So the first thing we're going to want to have is when we load the window, is we want to obviously run any initialization. So we can create that here. So we've got function init. And that's where we do anything there. So obviously we're going to have var canvas, or let's put g canvas for graphics, and var for g 2D for 2D graphics. Then in this function here, you want to have the canvas as document dot get element by ID, which is going to be called game canvas, which is what we've called the actual canvas here. So that's going to go through the HTML file and look at what we've got. The G canvas dot width, that's going to be equal to window dot inner width. Why have we got, right, okay, and the G canvas, God, I'm not with this today, and then the canvas dot height is going to be equal to window dot inner height, and then we'll set the G2D to be equal to G canvas dot get the context of 2D. So we're telling the canvas right here that we're going to be printing 2D stuff only, and then G2D dot, so the canvas knows how to handle things. This is just something for browsers now. Image smoothing enabled. This would be false, just to avoid any graphical errors. WebKit, which is Google Chrome. So that'll be Internet Explorer, and then we'll have Google Chrome, or any WebKit browser, so Safari as well, Opera as well. G2D. I'm not too sure about Opera actually. It should work with Opera actually. And then Mozilla Firefox. Smoothing enabled equals false. Again, all of these things can be found on Google about using canvases in JavaScript. And that will be it. And then we're just literally go console.log game canvas initialized. And then we're just going to draw what we ever want on the screen, in which we have function draw. There we go. So that's pretty simple. This is also where we need to have our tools JavaScript console. There we go. What's the shortcut to that, by the way? Control-Shift-J. Okay, that makes sense. So now, if we refresh this, this should... Right. You can make a separate file for just the story when you need it. Yeah, that's true actually. I could do that. I might do that. Yeah, because it'd probably be easier then to have just a... Or on the website that it'll be published on. Have like... it might just be hosted on Google Drive or something. A bit underneath the actual game canvas of the actual story itself. We get an error here. Cannot set property of width to undefined. This is where the console comes in useful. Can I set property width of undefined? Why is that undefined? Ah, here we go. Because I've made a typo there. Now that should run. There we go. So obviously there's nothing on the screen yet because I haven't told it to draw anything. But as you can see down here from the console, it's now successfully started the game. So yeah, the game's now started and is running, but obviously there's nothing on the screen to draw. So this is where we start drawing things. I'm just going to quickly add a function here that says console.log game drawn successfully. Oh, actually noticed it didn't actually require any. Oh, right. Just to make sure that it's doing that, which it is. So that's cool. Using that to make sure that it's successfully completing all the functions. So drawing on the screen, we want to draw a main menu, so which we're going to need a var game state, which is going to be equal to 0. I'm also going to need a new file called states.txt. So game states 0 is going to be the main menu. Yay, right. So this game state, oh, right, okay, there we go. When I close this, sorry. Check that everything's still okay. Yep, webcam's fine. Right, so here, what I'm doing with this game state thing is basically I'm just going to have in the draw function saying if the game state is this number, draw, you know, these things. If it's this other number, then draw these other things, etc. So basically, that's sort of a way that you would make actual screens of the game. So each new screen of the game, like each new choice, is going to have the a separate state. So there's going to be a lot of states, but I think as I go, I'm going to be able to make the system faster. Maybe just have a function that automatically will put choices on the screen, and you just enter what choices you want to have. This function draw, maybe it has them listed in this hex file or something. That's where it gets them from. I don't know. So if game state equals 0 equals 0, then we're going to draw some text, which is where I need to look this up. So we're going to go to JavaScript text. JavaScript draw text. So have a look at this, Stack Overflow. That's a very good site. Context.fieldText 10. Right, okay, is it literally that simple? Okay, so based off that then, it means that we then use our context, which is G2D, so our graphics2D.fieldText text adventure, and for now let's just do 10. So by default it's going to go to the main menu and load the game. And nothing happens because the text probably is not the right color. Text context. That's not really helpful at all. JavaScript, canvas, draw text. Fill text method, here we go. What's this? So the canvas is actually like a HTML5 thing that we use in JavaScript to draw onto. Okay, so we can able to choose this. Oh, okay, font. Okay. 20 pixels, Georgia. I don't know what we're going to want for this. Probably maybe even a custom one, which we can probably figure out to do. Font, which is going to be right. That's going to be equal to, let's say, 20 pixels Verdana, just for a test font. Not a very, obviously, pixely font, old school font. We can do that though later on. Fill style equals gradient. Use the fill style. Right, okay. So dot fill style equals that, and then we go g2d dot fill style equals ffffff, which is white. So now that should render a text, yay! And that's rendering off screen for some reason. Let's experiment with this. So that's rendering fine. Why is 0 not there? Something going on with our height. Maybe we just need to set this manually. Var width. .854. Var height equals 480. There we go. Why has that gone bigger as well? In fact, actually, we could probably do that, actually, couldn't we? You could probably maybe do... No, because that is set in the... Okay. Okay, look. I'll just manually say on screen I want to draw it at 60 anyway. And then we can center this by doing width divided by 2. That's not going to center it properly. It's just going to center from there. Minus... Whoa, hello. Minus... JavaScript get text width. That doesn't really... Oh, measure text. There we go. Canvas measure text. Width Yeah, there we go. So here, var title equals text adventure. Title g2d dot measure text title dot width minus, and that should be centered now, which it is. Yay, sweet. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna make that text further down and 160 and make it a lot bigger. Text adventure. There we go. That's more like it. That's cool. That is sweet. We're going to want a different font though, so maybe Courier new. Possibly. Okay, I can see that maybe working. That might work. Text adventure, lol. Let's just see if the measuring system works. It does. Sweet. Text adventure. Text adventure. Yeah. Then we can also draw again down here. G2D dot font equals 24 pixels. Courier new. G2D dot fill style equals hash CCCCCC, which is like a light grey. The only reason why I know those off by heart is because I've used them so many times in Photoshop and other graphics that I know sort of the greyish sort of style colours I usually use off by heart. And then we'll do G2D dot fill text with one. It's got play game, which is going to then be again drawn here using play game. One dot play game. 200, sure. Then have the same thing again, this time number 2. Exit game. Two. Exit game. That's plus 24, so 34. No, 44. Oh, that's cool. That's too close together though, like I suspected. That's too close. Bit too close now. 34. Bit too far apart. That is perfect though. Oops, not that one. I need to scroll. I need to do that a lot further down though, so maybe say 400 with 430. No, that's too much. Okay. That is sweet. So we've got a basic little title screen, which is pretty cool. Courier new. Can I do bold? Does that work? Oh, it does. Ha! I didn't even know you could do that. Right, sweet. That's what's a simple thing about JavaScript as well. Is that if you're unsure of something, you can usually just sort of guess something. Like, for example, there I was a bit unsure of how this font system works. But you just type in literally just like parameters of the font. So the font name, anything like that. Cool, this is starting to look really cool. So now if I go in and change this to 1, the game state to 1, it shouldn't render anything. Which it doesn't. That is cool. So states that we're going to have 1 as the exit screen. If game state equals 1, then we've got that, and it'll be thanks for playing. Set this to 1, and that should now render thanks for playing. Yay! Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing. Then it'll be here, it will be something like programmed by Thomas Carter. Programmed by Thomas Carter. Yay, exit game. There could be like a thumbs up there, which we can do in a minute. And then what I could do is I could do story by maybe I could do some sort of credit thing that says thanks to, and then whoever helped me on this. So obviously Emil, I'll put you in there as well, saying that you've helped with the game. What else could I have? It could be programmed by Thomas Carter, and then underneath it could say I honestly cannot think what else to put there. Stuff, lol. There we go. Yeah, sweet. There could be like a thumbs up there that we could create, stick there. I'm not really a fan of that full stop though. I'm gonna get rid of that. Just seems a bit weird. Thanks for playing! What if I moved that? and I move that down a tad. And then that gives us more room in the middle to put the thumbs up, which will be cool, which we can do now. Photoshop, activate. Photoshop activating. Woohoo! This is looking pretty cool so far. Yes, we have a main menu and a game over screen. Yes, that's the most important things of a game. Forget the gameplay. That's all we'll have in our game. We'll just have a main menu, and then we'll just be able to just present a thank you screen. That's it. That's our game done. Yeah. Make $1 million, and then yeah, that's it. Rolling in money. No, that's not how it works at all. That one I can get rid of. I can go to home on Skype. I can get this up. No, I just close that. I can get that up and go to that. Where's my comments gone? There we go. And Photoshop. Bring that over to there. I do have paint.net on here, but I'll use Photoshop for a change. Guess it's a bit easier to move around because everything's in there. Yog font, hooray. Let's say 300 by 300 maybe. That is awfully big. Canvas size. That's what she said. And then we'll go 200 by 200. I know clipping will occur, but there's nothing to clip. Right, a thumbs up. I don't really know how to do any sort of pixel art. Well, images, thumbs up, pixel art. Let's look at some ideas. That's pretty cool. Okay. Let's do this onto my second screen. Come back to Photoshop, and I'll choose an appropriate colour for the skin. So say for example I'll nick that colour from there, and I'll come into this colour and I'll nick that colour from there. So we've got our two colours, and then I'll bring this up to full screen using a pencil tool. Just realised actually that's not going to work. My text looks bad. What do you mean by... Oh, okay, so yeah, I forgot you were coding along, sorry. You say your text look bad. What do you mean by does it look bad? Is it not showing up correctly? Or it may be that using the same font as me, it may be that you don't have the font installed, possibly. But if you're using Windows, it should just be installed anyway, because it comes with Windows. So, yeah, because I don't think Korea knew. There's trouble with that. I think there's only only 5 fonts like that you can use on web pages that will work on every platform like straight off. They're like sort of just web fonts that are like built into every sort of web system. But I don't think this is one of them, so that may be why. I might end up using custom font though, or I don't know. It looks quite cool though. Just realised this isn't going to work because to get it pixely, we need to actually do it like proper pixely type thing. That looks a bit weird. It's blurry. It shouldn't be blurry. I don't quite know. Is it possible you could send me a screenshot using just like print screen and then go into Imager or something? Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I was just counting how many pixels I need for this hand. 23 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Let's just go ahead and do 23 by 23, so it's a square, so everything would be central. And now we can bring that up, and using the pencil, yay, we now get pixels, hooray! Big pixels. Cardboard box. This is going to look a little bit like the Facebook like button, but I really don't want it to. Crap. Like that maybe. And have stuff going down there. I might just end up doing it as the Facebook button. That's got to be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, sugar. 6. Whoops. Down. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. I did not count that right at all. No, I didn't really, did I? No, I did actually. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah, this is going to look like the Facebook one, which is a bit of a shame. Took a picture of the window. Okay, and let's open this up for you. You might need to go. Is this the full res? No, that's the full res. You sure that's blurry? It doesn't appear blurry to me. I can't see any blurriness with it. Maybe slightly. Let's compare that to mine actually. No, mine is a bit crisper. But mine is the real thing as opposed to an image. That doesn't look blurry to me. Well, at least you've got the hang of the canvas then. That looks pretty cool. Means you've able to get the hang of that, which is pretty cool. I'm just going to move this over here a little bit. There we go. So it's a bit... And now, what was I doing to here? Yeah, so maybe just try a different font. Maybe just scroll through, open up a Word program like Word or WordPad or something, and just type out "thanks for playing," and then just go through different fonts till you find one you like, and then maybe just choose that one. So yeah, This is going to look so much like the Facebook button. This is not going to be what I wanted at all. In fact, you know what? Let's just make this not like the Facebook button and do this. Oh my god, it's not the Facebook button anymore. Or get glasses. That's an alternative, yeah. That works. Just, yeah. That actually, I don't know why I've done that in skin colour, because that wouldn't be the skin. Where's the bucket gone? Oh, there it is. Oh, what the hell? Photoshop, what are you doing? Okay, that skin colour I really don't like. How do you know that's coloured in? Photoshop shouldn't do that. Oh, come on, Photoshop. Eh? No. What, Photoshop? Sure, Photoshop, have it your way. Or another. You're gonna get me. Right. This here, through down to there. This skin colour really is not skin colour at all. See, that skin colour there looks nothing like my one. Oh no, wait, it does because I've had it on a different screen. The other screen I've got makes the colours aren't the same as the other one, so it's a bit weird. Which is why I do image stuff on this screen, because this is the screen that's the better colours. The truer colours. No, that's the wrong colour I want. I need this. I need this to be a bit lighter. And not do that. There we go, it's no longer the Facebook button. That looks cool. And to also prevent it from being the Facebook colour, let's choose a dark red for the shirt with a bit of a lighter red for that. There we go. It's not quite what I wanted. I'm not really a fan of that, actually. Choose that colour there and make this a lighter red. Not do that. There. That's better. I like that better. There's cool. There's our little thumbs up button. So what we need now is to go to our storage drive and then go to the game, projects, text adventure, assets, tiles, okay. Textures. Just call them. And then we're going to go to thumbsup.png. Does it have to be a specific format? No. Sweet. I probably could have just done that, couldn't I? There we go. Right. Now to actually draw it on the screen, I will come to here. And in here, var thumbs equals new image. Thumbs.source is going to be equal to assets slash textures slash thumbs dash up.png. Oops. And then you don't need glasses. Well, that's good. You don't need glasses. You might just have to change the size of the text or something. It might just be your monitor, but I don't think it would be, because if everything else is fine, then obviously, I don't know. Try just changing the size of the font and changing the font. See if it's still blurry. That's what I would recommend, really. To make this bigger. Right, cool. Quite know what that does. So we've chosen the source, and now we just need to go G2D dot. Whenever we want to put something on the canvas, to do G2D, because that is basically our graphics. That's our 2D graphics, so everything comes from that. Simply draw image, very simple function. The image we want, so thumbs. Where we want it, which is going to be width divided by 2 minus G2D dot. Can we measure image? JavaScript get image width. I suppose actually what we could probably just do is actually just use thumbs.width, can't we? Yeah. Put that in brackets so it does it first. Divided by 2. And then the height will be whatever the title is plus that. Oh, damn, it doesn't draw it. Canvas draw image. Yeah, image 10 10 10. That is that. Oh, you know what it might be, actually? I just realised I need to actually make this the right size, don't I? 200. There we go, now that's the right size. Save as. Thumbs up. Why is that not drawing? That's correct. Could copy that. Ah, I keep going to the wrong one. Just to make sure that it's correct. Yeah. Hmm. This is really weird. Why is this not drawing the image? Oh, I had a problem. I just realised the other game didn't draw any images either. Let me test this out in a different browser. Firefox. That's not drawing it either. No, it is. It is. That works. Sweet. That looks cool. There we go. Thanks for playing. There's a little thumbs up. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, that's probably me that's done that, ain't it? I think I prefer that better. Image size. There we go. Oh, so that's hard reload. Empty cache and reload. Why is Chrome not drawing the images? What about IE? Probably gonna be a terrible idea launching that. That works. So why is Chrome not Chrome JavaScript not drawing images? I started fooling around in Chrome flags, disabling accelerated 2D canvas to fix the issue. Right, okay. Just quickly see what other people have said. Huh. Why is that? Does it have to be slash? No. It won't show up for you either. You're using Chrome, right? Yeah? It worked in previous versions of Chrome. Right. What does this do? Upcan. What is upcan? Oh, canvas. G canvas. Why is that still not working? Maybe this. Yeah, it will show up in Firefox what's happening for me. I think we have to do this. Oh, there we go. Right. Ah. So does this have to be now? Oh, come on. Where's that canvas data come from? It works there, but it's got this thing. Tainted canvases may not be exported. Oh, okay, there we go. That's fixed it. So if we disable that... Right. There we go, I fixed it. So that's what you have to now do. It's weird, I've not had to do that. It's just test it in Firefox as well, actually. Make sure it does continue to run properly. It should do. Which it does. Okay, so we fixed it in There we go. That was weird. Yay! So we've got that working now. It's a bit, I didn't know, strange not to do that before. I guess it's the thing that updated in Chrome. Like the guy said, it was security reasons, so you have to now do that. Okay, so you actually tell it to draw the image and then tell it to actually set the image, which is a bit weird, but okay, sure. Sure, there we go, that's fixed that. Thanks for playing. Programmed by Thomas Carter. Stuff lol. Sweet. Right, guys, I'm probably gonna take a break here because I need to go and have some dinner because I'm getting hungry. And so I'm going to do that right now. So if I get this here and go BRB having food. There we go. So I would have music, but I don't actually have any music ready to go. So yeah, I can't play any music, I'm afraid. You just have to have it loaded in the background, and then when I start speaking again, that's when you know I'm back. So I will be, yes, hopefully I'll only be about 10 minutes. I shouldn't be that long, guys. So yes, I will be right back. Hello again, people. I'm back. Let's redo this to where it was before. There we go. So this is where we left off on the thanks for playing screen. So this is the exit screen. So if I change our game state back to 0, which will look here is the main menu, that should now render text adventure. Hooray! Cool. Let's get input going now. JavaScript canvas text input. How to collect user input in a canvas game. Here we go. If you only want to stick to canvas, go capturing user key presses and basically outputting that to the screen. This seems pretty less hacky. Using CSS overlays was all that a hack doing it this way. Okay, input apparently. Let's have a look at this. Hello. Right. If you want text boxes like this, then your answers are use these text boxes by text box class, which draws a rectangle on a blinking cursor, keeps track of when it's glitched using hammering collision detection. Ah, it's exactly what I was just going to look up. Most basic default text box. Oh, sweet, that looks pretty cool. Canvas ID, new canvas input, more styling options. Yay! That's pretty cool. Download the source code. Here we go. So let's use this third-party one. Tested browsers. Oh, cool. This works really well. Download zip. I will put this into the folder so I can tell. I'll stick this in here actually. And I can go to here. Text adventure, and then I can go to canvas input master and then go canvas input.in. Here we go. Sweet. Does the var input. Okay. So then that means that having that there inspect element do I just stick this in here then? I'm guessing so. There. Does that work? Canvas input is not defined. Why don't we just actually read what the instructions say? Always say don't reinvent the wheel, let somebody else do it. Well, today I'm that somebody. We've been hard at work for a year. I've built new ambitions. We've had to solve many challenges along the way. For example, I wrote an open source robust audio library just a few months back which dramatically improved R and others' use of audio in the browser. Well, the current challenge has to do with UI in the game. In this case, the I stands for input rather than interface. Yes, we could use a DOM input element, but also sort of like cheating. Our goal from the start was to build a fully multiplayer game, so over the weekends I had to attempt the recreation of the DOM input tag in full. It turned to be drastically more complicated than ever I imagined, but the experience was certainly rewarding. Our open source, seeing those efforts. Properties. How do I actually insert that though? It can't be there, surely. That wouldn't work, would it? Maybe? I don't know. Here? How do I actually insert this into the thing? Wow, look at that. Look at all this code. That is a lot. How do I actually put this in here? Canvas IDs, Canvas 2, yeah. I think you have to import it. Okay. Let's try that, shall we? Now, is importing done the same way? Oh yeah, of course. Canvas input. Hello. Right, we're getting somewhere. Properties X. Yeah, in the HTML. That's what I did. I put it in the HTML file. X. Okay. Canvas is going to be G canvas. There we go. Sweet. X is going to be the height minus $300. Maybe not expected identifier. Yeah, it's a long delay. Might refresh it. Alright, I've refreshed that, so hopefully that speeds things up. Unexpected identifier. It says X, but doesn't seem to be doing anything. Placeholder. Let's just try if this works. Oh yeah, of course, comma. X height minus this this dot height minus height. $32. Okay, that does actually. I wanted to be 10 actually. Y to be. Just do 800 for now. Oh, whoa. Oh, of course it's not 800 Y. Oh, I'm so stupid. 450. That was actually pretty much bang on, huh? Alright, cool. Clicking that, and that comes outside of that. What actually creates that? Font size, placeholder, color font. Width. Width is going to be okay. 850. 840. 820. Okay, there we go. It's a bit better. 30. 5. 4. I just want it to be centered roughly. Don't suppose we can actually change the colour of this, can we? Following methods will also be made available. Okay. And we have input.focus. There we go. Cool. So that automatically focuses that, and then we've got the background color. Background color. Background color. It's going to be hash 00, which is black. Oh. Does it have to be a string? Right, got it. Oops. Okay, that's cool. What's your favourite scripting language? Oh, I don't know. Probably JavaScript. I don't know, JavaScript, C#, I don't know, sort of Java or C# kind of stuff. I like that. So yeah, I guess it'd be Java. That's quite cool. Webcam, I need to sort that again. There we go, that's better. Sweet. Right, so the webcam's a bit better now in terms of colour. That's cool. The border, I guess we can have border width would be 0, I guess. Define a box so just as you would in a shadow. I am 17 years old and I am studying music at college. Because that's my other big passion. I was looking into doing like programming courses, but they just I didn't go with them in the end because they were just cost a bit too much money on top of, you know, the money I spend now. So yeah, but that's basically what I do, is study music. So we write songs and we learn about all the theory and things like that. What am I was looking for inner shadow. Guess that's what it would be called. String. Inner shadow. Zero. What is that? What is that thing there? That's not a shadow then, is it? Box shadow? Oh, there we go. Box shadow done. Can we literally just change it to 0 pixels? And that works as well. Sweet. And now I need to change it to the selection color. Okay. Oh, I suppose I could just do selection color hash FFFFFF. Yeah, that's quite cool actually. That that's kind of all we need for games, like games, art, music, everything. Yeah, it's a cool subject. It's pretty cool. Why is that not? Right. Font color. Oh, of course it's not selection color, is it? It's font color. Oh, come on. Why is he not... What? Is it because of that? Yeah. Box shadow. Into that there. It's come along well. This is cool. Now we can go 1. Or we could do 2. There we go. Yay, we now can type stuff in our game. Look at this. Yay, this is amazing. Hooray. So font, family, string, font size. Okay, 14 by default. Font size is, let's change it to 16, and font family, she's going to be Courier New. Nope. Oh. Whoops. Hooray. Now we can type stuff into our game. This is awesome. What if we make the text like bigger? 26. It's too big. Yes, that's too big. 20. I like that. Although really, it's not gonna make. I don't know why the text was so big, because you're only gonna be entering like a number anyway, just like 1. That's cool. Enter message here. Enter choice here. So if you go away from that and then you click onto here and it focuses in. Functions. What functions have we got? On submit. On submit, I'm going to do on submit okay, function how would we clear it? Can we literally just do clear? Function, can we modify it? Pass box shadow. Function. Placeholder. find create the hidden input element, draw the text box, sets the width, sets the height, padding, set the placeholder text. Here we go. Var self equals this. Self.placeholder equals data. Return on submit. Self.onKeyDown equals fn. Clear the placeholder. Self.hidden value equals that. Self.value. Self.value equals that. Right. What if we did that? Maybe we can just do canvas input dot underscore value. Maybe we could do and submit on key down. I want to create another function here. Function clear text. This dot underscore value equals nothing. Will that work? I have no idea, but let's just try it. Canvas input dot clear text. Object function var self equals this. Self underscore value. Right, okay. Yeah, I've kind of not really gone. There we go. class self equals this. Self. How do I get that to clear the text? I'm a hidden input. Exactly self.value equals that. Null. Uncalled type error object function. It's because I don't think the actual function is. Why is that not working? Unless I go to on submit. What if you just change this to do this dot value? Self dot underscore value equals that. Oh, god damn it. Nope. Function fn. If type fn is undefined, then self dot onSubmit equals fn. Return self. Otherwise, do that. I honestly don't know. Canvas input underscore value equals that. Nothing. Oh, dot value. Oh my god, I am such an idiot. It's right there. Input dot value equals what? Come on. Console dot log that works. It's still not working though. Set the default value for an input. I just want it so I can delete the text. Damn. This is really going to annoy me. Let's quickly do this. If input.value equals I'll just do var choice equals input dot value int dot pass int input dot value if choice equals 1, then game state equals 1. That's not what I was supposed to do at all. JavaScript pass int. Yeah. And that should just work. What if I just did game state equals 1? It's not actually doing anything, is it? That's weird. Why is that not changing? That works fine. Huh. That works. Sort of. That works. Game state equals 1. What's going on here? Game state equals 1. Why is it not changing? Game state should be 1. It's not changing the game state for some reason. Huh. Just check that works by doing that. Yeah, that works. Why is it not changing the game state though? While and while that's not going to do anything at all, is it? Oh god, I've just created an infinite loop. No, we haven't. Phew. I'm trying to figure out why this isn't changing the game state. Console.log game state. One. The game state is 1. Oh, there we go. Somehow, so right, so it's changing the game state, but it's not actually changing what it renders for some reason. We can redraw it, but then this doesn't actually. JavaScript game states. Let's look what other people have done. GD2D dot clear. No. Oh, because I've done that wrong. G2D. Because at the moment we can get it to draw again, but it still has the existing stuff underneath for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Maybe because we're just telling it to draw again and this isn't actually a recurring thing. This is interesting. This is very strange. Add a state machine. Define your stages. Q.scene, which you contain anything you want, such as gameplay screen or menu. Then call stage scene to switch to that state. Finite game machine can be a great way to manage the high levels transitions to the game. First glance, for a simple game like Gauntlet, you might think there are really only. Do you want to work for a big company? I think I would. I think I would prefer. I wouldn't mind working for either one, but I think I would prefer working for a smaller indie company, because then it just seems. I think it just seems a lot more fun to do that. Plus, if a big company as well, you've got to get stuff right, because obviously, big company's got a big. Usually, will have a huge reputation and a lot of fans and stuff like that. And if you do something wrong, then you're going to get sort of affected by it. Like the fans might be disappointed, and it could affect income, whatever, that sort of stuff. Where for a smaller indie company, you wouldn't necessarily have to get everything right. I mean, you still can't do stuff wrong, but it just seems like you can afford to make sort of more mistakes as an indie company. That's kind of the way I can best put it. But I wouldn't mind working for either one, but I'd prefer working in a smaller indie company. What is all this? JavaScript state machine. State machine.create events name. I'm This looks cool. I'm not quite sure how I'd use this though. Callbacks. Then how do I define what each of these things are? Panic. I'm not sure about this. I'm really not sure about this. It's awesome. What's this one? Ha. I think maybe changing this to have an argument, but then JavaScript clear canvas. In fact, let's just close this. Context.clearrect. This is the implementation I use based on the answers here. Function clear canvas. I have to go. We'll watch the rest tomorrow. Okay. See you later. Thanks for watching. Bye. The stream's not going to have much more left to go anyway. I'm going to be going for about another half an hour. And I've got something to do. But yeah. So thank you for watching. Emil. Now... G canvas, G canvas, G canvas, G canvas. Oh, what am I doing? Clear canvas, context canvas. G to D and G canvas, and then draw. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Come on! I'm dying to know if this works. Hooray! We'll just do it like that. In fact, what we'll just do is we'll create a new function called enter state game state equals state, and do clear canvas, G to D and G canvas. And then draw. So now we should just go to enter state 1. Yay! Sweet. So if input value equals 1, enter state 1. Now this is where it gets tricky. What is this doing? Come on. Oh my god, yes. I've done it. I'm a genius. Input dot underscore value equals that. Oh, it doesn't change it though. Oh wait, so I can... Now if I was to go input dot value reset, then I could do enter state 0. No. Else if? Oops. Did not mean to launch that. God damn it. Oh wait, no, it's because of that, isn't it? To reset. Right, okay, so that text box will go through the whole thing. Right, okay. Go away. Right. Here. If game state equals 0, then if input dot underscore value equals pass var choice equals pass int for input dot underscore value if choice equals 1. Do that, but if choice else if choice equals 2, then enter state 1. So 1 shouldn't do anything, but 2 should take us to that, and there we go, and it clears it for us somehow as well. And it clears it. Sweet. I didn't even intend to clear it. That's so cool. Yeah, we're getting somewhere with this game now. That's awesome. It just means the manual you've got to do it for each thing, but oh well. Right. So now that will be enter state 2. State 2 will be character screen. Will be the dungeon cell. Game here, if game state equals 2, then we'll come here and we'll do this instead, and we'll go, please enter your character name. And we'll come over to here. $480, $240-ish, $230. Please enter your character's name. Please enter your character's name. Sweet. So now if we was to do that, it does nothing. So please enter your character's name. We now need to change that. If game state if choice equals reset, you have enter state 0, 2, reset, takes you back to that. It's cool. Just see, okay, no. Sweet. Equals reset or choice equals reset or choice equals play again or choice equals play again. So it does capital stuff. Invalid left hand side. Forgot to do that. Play again. Sweet. There we go. Reset. Cool. Takes us back to the menu. That is awesome. This is one awesome text adventure, guys. This is sweet. Then we've got game, state, drawn successfully. Game state 0 drawn successfully. Hooray! Sweet. This is awesome. Enter your character's name. Now this is the bit where we need to change this to if game state equals 2, then we are going to want to double check that they have entered the correct name. Character 2 will be character name. Use character name confirmation. And then 4 will be the dungeon cell. So here will be if game state equals 3, no, 2 is right. Then here we're going to go just create a separate var for now. Then here is going to be car name equals input dot value. And here we're going to want to go are you sure you want the name, and then plus car name. Game state equals 3. Cool. Play game. car name equals choice. Now that should work now. So that's enter a character name in a grill. If choice does not equal null, then car name equals choice and game and enter state 3. Nope. 1. No. Okay, that's going to be weird. No, I don't want it to do that. Why is it doing that? Game state 2, please enter your character's name. Suppose because it's been else if Nagril. Are you sure you want the name Nagril? Yes. Else if game state equals 3, if choice equals yes, or choice equals yes, then we have we'll just take that back to the we'll take it to the thanks for playing screen for now, but else if choice equals no, or no, enter state, back to the main menu for that. One. The grill. Do you want the character's name? Yes. Yay! Reset. 1. The grill. No. Back to the menu. Yay! This is awesome. This is getting somewhere. Probably not the best way of doing it, but again, once I get into it, I'm gonna improve the way it does the things. This is awesome. It's pretty cool. We've got to the point now where we can actually get it into a thing without needing to refresh it. Because if we go yes, it goes thanks for playing, but we can now reset it and go back to test. Are you sure you want the name test? No, I don't. And it goes back to yeah, hell yeah, this is awesome. In fact, we go back to that. 1, the grill. Are you sure you want the name the grill? No. Please enter your character name. Test. Do you want the name test? Yes. There we go. We beat the game. Yes. Oh my god, we beat the game. Hell yes. Oh, this is amazing. I'm really pleased with this. Oh. That's the only thing is when you click outside, it wants to go back to there again. I don't know if there's any way of making the canvas unclickable though. The only thing is it doesn't have the focus thing anymore. But cool. This is working out really well actually. So I can just go like that and be like, yeah. There we go. Probably add 10 more pixels onto that width actually. Wherever it's being drawn, which is at the bottom here. There we go, that's awesome. That works perfectly. It really does. The text actually works really well. Are you sure you want the name? Yes. Yay! No. Oh, this is amazing. Yes, I do want the name. Yay! Thanks for playing! Let me change. Change that because he did help me. Yay! Hooray! Da 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 da. Sweet. I'm really pleased with this, guys. Yeah. That doesn't quite work for some reason, but okay. Yeah. So I'm going to leave the stream here then. So thank you guys for watching the stream. Hopefully it hasn't been too long. Just under 4 hours. So yeah, I'm going to stick this up on the channel. I will edit it though, so I'll cut out the break and some other bits. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this stream and stay tuned for more development on this.